Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I will be doing the CSEC Social Studies May-June 2018 paper 2. I will be looking at question 1 on the family in helping you to prepare for your exam on Thursday. So, if you are new to my channel though, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you know when new videos are being uploaded. Also, please give this video a like by pressing the thumbs up button. Exam is just 2 days away. So, to help you get ready, let's see if we can work out this question together. So, here we go. So, the question says, this is section A, as you know, how the format of the CSEC paper, how it's arranged. So the first question, usually we have it on individual, family, and society, and you are required in this section to answer all 4 questions. And it says where questions require an explanation, suggestion, proposal, or reason, you should develop your response fully. So the first question says, Mary and her brother Roy live in the same household with their younger sister. They take care of their younger sister as their parents live abroad. The first part says, state the family type to which Mary belongs. So right away we can recognize that this is a sibling family. So 1 mark for that because it mentioned some key terms, Mary and her brother. So, and they live in the same household with their younger sister. So Mary and her brother Roy, they are older siblings taking care of the younger sibling. So that's a sibling family. Now, 2 parts says, the second part of question 1A says, state one disadvantage of living in a family type similar to Mary and Roy's. So one disadvantage of a sibling household or sibling family, we know that one disadvantage of living in a sibling family is the older sibling. Usually they do not have enough experience and skills to take care of their younger sibling. So that's one disadvantage. They lack the experience necessary to take care of their younger sibling since they are not old and mature enough to do that in a fullest sense. Another disadvantage you could give is that in a sibling, one disadvantage of the sibling, of living in a sibling household is that the older sibling usually there is lack of adequate supervision. So that's another disadvantage, lack of adequate supervision. Now we know that oftentimes, children, they may engage in unruly conduct, and oftentimes they may engage in drug abuse and other social issues they may get involved because of lack of adequate supervision, no mature individual in that household taking care so as to allow proper supervision. So that's another disadvantage. So you have gotten 2 disadvantages of living in a sibling household. The third part of the question says, state two factors other than migration that could have led to the creation of Mary's type of family. So they already said other than migration. So in giving your answer, you do not need to give back migration. Oftentimes students make the error in this question. So factor one, death could be a possible reason why it led to a sibling household or sibling family. Factor number two, divorce. Also, another factor could be abandonment of parents. So, three factors: death, divorce, and abandonment. So, you would have needed to select just two to get your 2 marks for that question. And when it says state, you just give a little, instead of it's different from listing. So, state, you'd write it in a sentence form. One factor of living in a sibling household or sibling family is by death. So you would need to give it in a sentence form in giving your answer to CXC. Always remember that. State is different from listing. List, you just go ahead and write death, divorce, abandonment. But in state, you will give a little sentence form. Now, the B part of the question says, describe two ways in which the roles of parents are likely to help children to become well-rounded and responsible adults. So, how can parents actually prepare their children to become responsible adults in the society? Now, one, in describing, parents can actually set a good example by being industrious and by being industrious in order to provide for their children. So they would work hard in order to earn an income so as to care for the needs of their children. When children see their parents being industrious, setting a good example in being hardworking and earning an income for the family, then it is more likely that these children they will learn from their parents' good example and they will see the importance of providing economically for their family. So that's one of the ways. Another way that parents can help their children to become well-rounded adults, parents, what they can do, they can assign different roles and responsibilities within the family for their children by deciding specifically what each child or each member of the family, in this case we're talking about children, what each role that they can play in carrying out different tasks or duties within the family. And so when parents delegate different roles and responsibilities, assigning them different duties, then it is more likely that these children will grow up to become responsible children, able to care for their needs within their own families or for themselves. So that's two ways. Another way that parents can help their children to become well rounded adults is that parents, what they can do, they can teach their children different values, different morals, different skills, different norms, different disciplines, um, so that they of society so that these children actually they will learn how to become respectful to others because they are taught from home and so they manifest and reflect these kind of good traits, being respectful, being kind, display good manners, social graces, and so on, and display these good manners in public or within the society. And so they are able to function on a whole within the society. So we have looked at three ways, which you would have needed to select two from that, and you would have gotten your 4 marks. Let's look at the C part of question one, the final section. It says, suggest three strategies that a child protection agency may use to reduce the incidence of child abuse. 6 marks. Now, and you are to explain why each of these strategies you suggested in C1 is likely to be successful. Now, let's look at them. Now, strategy number one. Now, the Child Protection Agency, what they can do, they can have an educational campaign that they can have an educational campaign by using or through the use of media. Now, in explaining what do we mean by that? Now, what this mean is that the Child Protection Agency, they would arrange various programs that can help build awareness. So we're looking at the explanation that can help build awareness to the public. And so information would be readily available. And they, through this information, through this knowledge, they would actually get to know the different signs of child abuse, and they could also know valuable information as to where they can go if if children are victims of child abuse, so that they can get immediate help to deal with this situation. So knowledge is very, very important. How they can prevent child abuse. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two. What else the Child Protection Agency could do? Well, the Child Protection Agency, what they could do, they could also try to have meetings with various governmental authorities or with the government in that sector, that which the purpose of this would be to in explaining would be to encourage, they would encourage the government to hold these meetings to really actually pass the with the intention of passing laws, encouraging the government to pass laws on those, so as to protect the children, so as to persons or individuals will know that there are serious consequences if they abuse children. So it would be likely, it will be successful, because they would know that there are consequences for their actions, and so they would pay or are being punished if they actually abuse children. Now, when they know that there are legal issues that are involved, then oftentimes anything regarding the law always bear a much harsher punishment. It always result, it will be successful. Also, another strategy number three, is that what they could do, the Child Protection Agency, what they could do is actually they could arrange or provide shelters for victims of child abuse. What do we mean by this? Now, in order to provide the Child Protection Agency in providing support to children so that they can feel loved and care, a refuge, a place of refuge, so to speak, where they can get counseling, and this will actually help them to deal with this issue of being child abuse, because oftentimes persons who experience abuse as children, they go through emotional problems. They are oftentimes depressed. So these shelters that would serve like as a rehabilitation centers where they can recover emotionally, then it will be successful because these children will now get the strength, emotional support to deal with this trauma that they have actually experienced. So it will be successful. So there we have it. We have a question on the family, and you can watch other videos that I have on the channel, both paper one and paper two, so as to get you ready for the exams. And it is very important that you study your content. CXC is very unpredictable. The only way to surely pass your exam, this cannot be overemphasized, is to prepare, to prepare. And when you prepare and have the content in your mind, you know the syllabus, you know the knowledge of the various topics that you should prepare for the exam. Then, when you do that, then you set yourself in a good position to pass your exams. So all the best. I will be trying my best to probably post one or two more videos before Thursday so that you can get ready. Until then, thank you so much for watching.